Oh, here's coming.
Take advantage of the oil change special now through the end of June at Helmuth Ford in Sigourney. Must use complimentary pickup and delivery. It's simple, fast, convenient, and has a 27-point inspection. All for $49.99 plus tax. Call today to schedule an appointment at Helmuth Ford. 641-622-3260. Includes up to 6 quarts of Motorcraft oil and oil filter. Excludes diesel vehicles. For more information, go to helmuthford.com. Remember, must use complimentary pickup and delivery. It's the oil change special now through June 30th at Helmuth Ford in Sigourney. Muse Music Store and Mahaska County Conservation Board presents Eveland Access Summerfest Music by the River 2024. June 1st from noon to 10 p.m. featuring 8 musical artists with live music, activities like bingo, sand volleyball, and cornhole, food, and much, much more. It's a free event at the Eveland Access Campgrounds at 2890 Galveston Avenue, Oskaloosa. Bring a friend and have a lot of fun at the Eveland Access Summerfest 2024 Music by the River. June 1st from noon to 10 at the Eveland Access Campgrounds.
That's good.
We're just pushing the primer button right now.
You need an applause sign.
Let's go.
Oh, you have one?
You're on.
Hey, we are on. We are live. How we doing today?
There we go.
A few of you are alive. Good to have you here at Barn Wired. We are doing the Iowa Music Showcase as we do every Friday from 11:30 to noon here at Barn Wired in the big town of Sigourney, Iowa, where we had some storms brewing earlier this morning, and now we're going to be playing some country music here, as we tend to do on the Iowa Music Showcase. Before we get going, let's get some of the specials. We got Neil Crott. Let's have a hand for Neil Crott right now. He's the loyal companion, the faithful companion.
The faithful
It's like
companion.
Arsenio Hall or something.
This is ridiculous.
What are the specials going on today at Barn Wired, Neil?
Barn Wire today, lunch special, chili cheese baked potato with choice of side. That sounds amazing. Sandwich of the week, is it? Jim says it's
Jim
good.
from
Come
the
on
kitchen
out.
says it's good.
Sandwich of the week, chicken salad on croissant. Soup of the week, tomato bisque. All kinds of stuff to come look for. Stop on out. They even sell lotion here.
Hey,
So
all right.
stop on out. Barn Wire.
Fantastic. Thank you, Neil. So get in here. Always something good to eat here at Barn Wired in Sigourney. We're coming up on the noon hour. So if you have your lunch hour to spend here at Barn Wired with us, please do so. But let's make Mr. Robbie Michael welcome this morning here at Barn Wired.
Thank you.
Now, Robbie, starting this week, you didn't know that you were going to be coming to Sigourney, Iowa.
No, I didn't.
I had another duo that was scheduled. They had something come up, and then you reached out to me, and you're like, hey, over here.
I'm free. It's the only time of my weekend that I'm not busy. So.
Yeah, you've got a super busy
I've got a real
weekend.
busy weekend.
Yeah, go ahead and run down your schedule for this weekend.
Tonight I will be at the Mean Machine Cycles in Elkhart from 6 to 9 for a bike night. Tomorrow at 4, I'm playing a benefit for a friend who passed away named Cecil White at the Botanical Center. I believe that's running from like 1 to 8, so if anytime you want to stop out there, it'd be great. And then tomorrow night, I'm playing Double D's in Reasoner from 9 to 12. And then Sunday, I drive to Wisconsin, and I'm playing at Backwaters Bar and Grill at Prairie du Chien. So.
All right, so yes, a very busy schedule
Very
for
busy.
this weekend.
Very busy, yes.
Which is good because you're a full-time musician, correct?
Yes, correct. So
That's what's paying the bills.
Yep.
What is an average week look like to you on the Iowa music scene?
Typically, as many shows as possible, anywhere I can play.
Sure. Yeah.
But I'm doing the booking myself right now, so I did just meet with like a booking agency just to start taking up some of that for me because that's my weakest part of it. I just like to play the songs. So
Yep. Exactly.
So hopefully keep busy and keep play every week.
When you're a kind of a one-man show, you tend to get spread a little bit too thin.
Yeah, yeah. And especially acoustic, I gotta watch out for my voice because
Sure.
I sing pretty hard sometimes. So
Definitely. Now, you and I, we were talking about this beforehand. We can't remember how many years it's been. You know, we did a radio interview I'm thinking it's probably 5 years ago.
I know. I'm like, time just flies by. So I was like, yeah, it's like 2.5, 3. And you're like, no, I think it's like 5. So I'm like, okay, it might be 5.
It's been a few years since we've seen each other.
Yes.
But yeah, thank you for reaching out and filling in today. I definitely appreciate it. Obviously, you were on my radar to get on this show at some point in time. So today it is, which is a good thing.
It's all happening.
So if people aren't familiar with you, again, this is Robbie Michael. Tell us a little bit about your background and where you grew up, and if you're an Iowa guy all your life, and all that good stuff.
Oh yeah, born and raised. I grew up in Carlisle, which is just outside of the south side of Des Moines. Played for the last 22 years or so. Played in some pretty good bands. Was in a band called Rebel Road, and we opened some pretty big festivals like Big and Rich and Florida Georgia Line. And
nice.
Played with a bunch of national artists over the years. So, in the last 4 years or so, I've just been focusing on the solo acoustics. And I like to brag that I haven't written a set list in 5 years.
Okay.
So I take requests like the entire time. I go out and ask people what they want to hear, and if I know it, I'll play it. Usually it's like if they request a song from someone, I don't know that song, I'll know something else by that artist, so I can
get fairly close.
Yeah, get close, but that's like it keeps it fresh for me, and it's funner for me that way.
I mean, is it kind of scary though when you open it up to the crowd?
It used
things?
to be. It used to be, and you still get the crazy requests too.
Sure.
And like I still have to say no to Freebird every time because like
say Freebird,
I'm like, and that's usually the very first one. Like 2 songs in, somebody's yelling Freebird, and I'm like, come on, man. I'm like, I got one acoustic guitar. What do you want me to do? So it's. But yeah, usually I can pull off quite a bit. So
I was gonna say, so what's your range? I mean, do you do rock? Do you do country? Or
I do mostly like my wheelhouse is country, but I can go anywhere. Like I'll do like Pink Floyd to Matchbox 20 to, like Allman Brothers. I can do just about anything.
All right.
So
And
James Taylor.
Before we went on the air, we were talking about Alice in Chains and Soundgarden. If you're a '90s rock fan,
Chris Cornell.
Yeah, you ever get any Soundgarden requests?
Like that's the genre like that I really don't get a lot of requests for. Like surprisingly, which is good because I don't typically want to try to pull that stuff off by myself. But so it's kind of nice that I don't get a lot of them. But
as far as your music goes, when did you start thinking that hey, I want to play in a rock band or a country band?
I never in high school for like 3 years I was the only boy in the choir. Like from like 5th to 7th grade.
Okay.
So I was like the only guy in the choir for like 3 years, and then I started getting some of my friends to go out for it. And we started doing All-State and stuff. But even then, I didn't. It didn't click to like I should do this for a living. And so I think I was like 20 years old or 21, and I was working at a chicken farm in Dallas Center. It's now closed.
Okay.
But there was a guy that was also working there, and I overheard him say that his rock band was looking for a singer.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, I can sing. I could probably do rock. So I had told him, and I tried out and got it and did that for like a year and a half or 2 years or so.
Okay.
And then I was like, after a while, I'm like, I'm not really a rock and roll. Like, I love rock and roll, but I'm not a rock kind of guy.
Yeah.
Like, so then I started doing country stuff and joined a band called Countryside, which I think he's still going today. His name is Dan Josephson. He's been playing for probably 50 or 60 years around Des Moines. Right. So he might not be playing. I haven't talked to him in a long time.
Okay.
So ever since then, I've just been.
So you traded in being a chicken farmer.
Yeah.
For
it was
for a country
solid
artist.
gig to give up, but
I don't blame you.
Yeah, haven't had to chase any chickens for quite a while. So.
Well, do you have any interesting chicken farming stories?
None that people want to hear while they're eating. Definitely not.
Good stuff. It's Robbie Michael hanging out with us here at the Iowa Music Showcase. Let's go ahead and get into our first song. Of course, we do originals here on the Iowa Music Showcase. And what song do you have for us first?
This first one's called When Jesus Finds You. I was recently saved in January, so the very first thing I wrote after that was this song, and it's probably one of my favorite things I've ever written. So
awesome! Well, let's hear it. Here is Robbie Michael on our Iowa Music Showcase.
When Jesus finds you down on your knees, screeching the bottom and crying out, please, when Jesus finds you. Don't question the form, they're all up to him. Let his love keep you warm when Jesus finds you. When Jesus finds you, there's no more need to pretend. Just lay it out aside and fall into him when Jesus finds you. When Jesus finds you, you can lay down in his light and know you're free. There's no one else above him. Let forgiveness clean your soul, let your blind eyes see. When Jesus finds you, whoa, when Jesus finds you. When Jesus finds you, lay your burden and your worry at his feet. Jesus finds you, you'll find the home where you were always meant to be. When Jesus finds you, you can lay down in his light and know you're free. There's no one else above him. Let forgiveness clean your soul, let your blind eyes see. Jesus finds you, whoa, when Jesus finds you. When Jesus finds you, you can lay down in his light and know you're free. There's no one else above him. Let forgiveness clean your soul, let your blind eyes see. When Jesus finds you, whoa, when Jesus finds you.
Nice job. That is
Thank you.
Robbie Michael here on
Thank
the
you.
Iowa Music Showcase here on Steve Shetler Media. Again, we do this every Friday from Barnwired in Sigourney, Iowa. Now, as far as your original stuff, do you have anything recorded or anything out there for people to consume online?
Not anything recently, but I did actually just start recording. I went and recorded about 15 demos that me and my good friend who has a studio at his house named Steve Pello, we're going to be cutting it down to like 5 or 6 and kind of put a little EP, extended EP together. And so we're trying to like narrow down the songs we want to put on there to develop. But so it's in the works, but it'll probably be about 6 months or so. So
Okay. Yeah, that recording process tends to take a little while.
it does, it really does.
Now, when you're recording, do you is it just you and your guitar, or are you doing like a full band behind you?
It's going to be a full band,
Okay.
but I basically went in and did a live track with just track the guitar and the vocals, and then we're gonna pull the vocals off, and he's gonna revamp the guitars because
Yeah.
I'm pretty good, but I'm not as good as
Yeah.
he is. So I'm more of a vocalist, but so he's gonna revamp that, and then we'll get some drums figured out for everything. And
All right.
at the end of the process, I'll go back in and do the vocals all again.
Sure.
So.
The old click tracks.
Exactly.
Everybody has recorded.
Yeah, he asked me when I scheduled it to come in. He's like, "Do you want to set up a quick track for him?" I'm like, "No, I'm just gonna run through them," which is what I did, and then he's gonna go back and do
Sure.
put it to a regulated beat. And
All
everything.
right.
So,
Yeah. And then as far as when you play out live, is all of your stuff solo, or do you ever have a band that backs you?
I've been just solo, exclusively solo for like 5 years. So
Okay. All right.
someday I'll get
I was
another
gonna
band
say, are
together.
there any
but
thoughts?
oh yeah, I miss playing with a band. So hopefully once I get this done, the recording's all finished, then I can start working
Yeah.
on putting a
Yep.
group together to go play some shows with them. So
It's hard. I know it's hard to get that many people dedicated to the cause.
yeah, yeah, and honestly, like in Des Moines, I would have an easier time, but I moved to Grinnell about 7 months ago, so I don't really know anybody out that way. So I'm
Okay.
trying to make new connections,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Well, especially
So-
when you have a schedule. Well, you got 5 shows this weekend,
Yeah.
or however many shows
Yeah,
you have, 4
so-
or 5. It's hard to get people on board with saying, "Yeah,
Exactly.
let's go all over the place."
yeah, and to commit like the days you need to practice, and then like I already have a lot of shows booked this year, so
Yeah.
it's just fitting stuff in. But
Speaking of
It'll
which,
happen.
I know you tend to get some gigs during the Iowa State Fair.
Yes.
You're kind of that craft beer tent, aren't you?
Yep. I think I don't have my book in front of me, and I'm horrible with my with
Yeah.
remembering dates. But I think I'm playing there the first Saturday. I think it's when who's in a country guy's in the grandstand. I can't remember who.
Okay.
Can't remember
Thomas
who.
Rhett, maybe, or Jelly Roll.
It's Jelly Roll.
Okay.
It's the Jelly Roll night. I'll be at the fair at the Iowa Craft Beer Tent at 7 to 11.
Okay.
Like
all
that's
right.
the only way I can remember it. Whatever date that is.
In his honor, are you going to get like a little face tattoo?
Yeah, it's the temporary one. Yeah.
I mean, you got some tattoos going on your
Oh
arms.
yeah, lots of them. It would fit in, I guess.
Yeah, I always keep an eye out, and people, obviously the Iowa country artists get a lot of playing time
Yeah.
during the state fair. So.
Yep, I think I've played there the last 4 or 5 years
Okay.
in a row. So
Yeah.
it's definitely one of my favorite shows of the year.
Yeah, very
it's so
cool.
fun.
Well, let's do your next song.
right.
What's your next song that you got for us?
This one's called Tennessee. I think basically any musician who's been doing this long enough and had enough success and not quite made it, like when I played some pretty big festivals and fun shows, and like it's just that pull to like go to where like to Tennessee, like where
Yep.
music is,
Nashville's the
Nashville,
place.
So this is kind of my song about like whether I should go or not, like the pull
Okay.
of it. So
All right, Robbie Michael on our Iowa Music Showcase.
there's blood on the page, and I can't write around it. All of this pain in my soul, Lord knows we does, but don't drown it. And I've got a lifetime behind me, wishing I could do different. Tonight I'm on a mission to improve my condition or let the dream die. So open your arms, welcome me home. Say what in the hell ever took you so long to realize this is where you need to be. Oh, tell me I'm crazy and finally be through with me. Tennessee. Time after time, love's always died. But thank God for 3 chords and the truth to lean on, and a pen to rewrite. 'Cause I felt some heartbreak in life. Yes, I've known the struggle. Been a friend of the devil. Got down on his level to see through his eyes. So open your arms, welcome me home. Say what in the hell ever took you so long to realize this is where you need to be. Oh, tell me I'm crazy and finally be through with me. Tennessee. open your arms, welcome me home. Say, what in the hell ever took you so long to realize this is where you need to be? Oh, tell me I'm crazy and finally be through with me, Tennessee.
Robbie Michael on our Iowa Music Showcase, Tennessee.
Thank you.
So the question is, are you going to go to Tennessee?
I would really like to. If the opportunity arises, I would love to. But I mean, I'm kind of leaving it in God's hands at this point. If He puts it in front of me, then I will totally do it. But if not, I'm happy just doing what I'm doing. So.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see what happens in the future.
Exactly.
Speaking of which, now if people want to follow you online, where's the best place to do that?
That would definitely be my Facebook page, because that's the only one that I definitely update all the time.
Okay.
So. And that's Robbie Michael Entertainment on Facebook. So.
Okay, Robbie Michael Entertainment. Now,
Yeah.
do you dabble anywhere else? I mean, do you do Instagram or?
I talk about doing Instagram. Okay. I do have a TikTok channel, but I'm just like, I'm right at the cusp of that age where I'm like, I don't really want to do all that social media stuff. I wish I had somebody to do that for me too. So.
Yes. All right. Well, it is that time of the interview for 5 random questions.
Yes.
So
My favorite
these
kind of
are not
questions.
deep thinkers. It's whatever pops into your brain. Question number 1. What was your most embarrassing moment in grade school?
That's an easy one. When I was in 3rd grade, there was a band called Crisscross. I don't know if anybody remembers them. So they would shave lines in their eyebrows. I was like, that looks cool. I'm gonna do that. Well, I messed it up a little bit. So I thought, you know what? I'll just take them all off.
No eyebrows.
That was a rough few months, especially for like a 12 or 11-year-old. So yeah, that was or 10, whatever I was. It was rough. It was a rough time. So hands down.
There's probably that movie Powder. Do you remember that movie
I
Powder?
do remember that. Yeah, that's
He
what I
didn't have
looked
any
like.
eyebrows
That's
either.
what I looked like, pretty much.
And did you wear your jeans backwards?
No,
Since you're a
no.
Crisscross fan.
I didn't, but I had a shirt with like Bugs Bunny and the Tasmanian Devil, and they were dressed like that. So that was like my favorite shirt. But
Question 2. Which movie have you seen the most?
oh man,
What's a movie that you could just watch over and over?
Step Brothers.
Step Brothers.
Yeah.
With a Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
And John C. Reilly.
Yes.
Which it's his birthday
Classic.
today.
Oh, perfect.
Random fact.
Yep, that's why I brought that up. So I totally knew that. Who just has that one on the top of their dome?
I do celebrity birthdays as part of my morning show.
That makes
so.
sense.
Tommy Chong's birthday
Oh,
today.
nice. It's a good day for birthdays.
Question 3. Do you have a traditional thing that you do every summer? Any trips or like Adventureland or State
Not really anymore. I think when I was like up until when my grandparents passed away, we used to do a big family reunion every year.
Okay.
But that's kind of went away since they passed. But
Yeah.
that's definitely something I'd like to get back, doing that
Okay.
every year.
All
Getting
right.
the family together.
Question 4. When it comes to jealousy, who is more jealous, men or women?
Oh, I mean,
Yeah, scan the crowd.
yeah. I'm like, okay, I'm out number 3-1. We'll say men are definitely more jealous.
Playing it safe.
Yes.
Playing it safe. And then question 5. Have you ever had your car stolen? We were talking about stealing cars earlier.
No, but if I wanted to, I would leave it unlocked and leave the keys in it, as we were discussing earlier, and maybe put a sign that says "Please take me."
Yes.
No, I have not.
All right. Well, that's good. So that's 5 random questions.
Yes.
You survived that very well here on the Iowa Music Showcase.
A lot of pressure.
And of course, we're doing the showcase from Barnwired in Sigourney. We're coming up on the noon hour. Got a ton of people in here already. So we'll make some room for you here shortly here at the Iowa Music Showcase. But Robbie Michael's going to do one more song for us. Robbie, what you got in store for us?
This one's called Shell's Song. It's just a great love song. My girlfriend loves when I play it for her. So
Okay.
yeah. Oh, I know. Have you ever been in love with a girl who moves your world in her hands like it's as precious as a pearl? Have you ever seen an Iowa sunset clinging to her sides, not wanting to fall 'cause it never wants to leave her behind? I struck gold when the good Lord led her to me, and in my mind I still find it so hard to believe that I'm the one she calls baby, the one she lets drive her crazy, the one that snuggles up and holds her tight each night when we fall asleep. And I'ma keep praying our love never starts fading, and she's still here rocking my world when we turn 80. Yeah, she went and stole my heart like a thief in the night, but it feels just right. Something hooked me on the very first day. Something sexy about the way her mouth moved when she said my name. I can see the stars shooting in her eyes. She'll be the first, last, and only love at first sight. Now anywhere with her hand in mine is where I want to be. And if I had 1,000,000 years, it'd still be hard to believe that I'm the one she calls baby, the one she lets drive her crazy, the one that snuggles up and holds her tight each night when we fall asleep. And I'ma keep praying our love never starts fading, and she's still here rocking my world when we turn 80. Yeah, she went and stole my heart like a thief in the night, but it feels just right. Yeah, it feels just right.
Robbie Michael
Thank you.
on our Iowa Music Showcase. Again, we're live at Barn Wired every Friday from 11:30 to noon. Make sure you either tune in on Steve Shetler Media. We've got Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all that good stuff. Or you can just stop in here and be part of the live audience. Always a lively and fun crowd here at Barn Wired in Sigourney. Anything else you want to plug or push before we get out of here, Robbie?
Well, thank you for coming. Thank you guys for listening.
Yeah. And again, run down your schedule for this weekend.
So tonight I'm at Mean Machine Cycles in Elkhart, 6 to 9. Tomorrow, 4 p.m., I'm at the Botanical Center for a benefit for Cecil White, who passed away.
In Des Moines?
Yep, that's in Des Moines.
Okay.
Tomorrow night, I'm in Reasoner at Double D's Bar and Grill, I believe it's called, and that's 9 to 12. And then Sunday, I drive to Wisconsin, so if anybody's in Wisconsin, come out. Prairie du Chien at Backwater Bar and Grill from, I think, 7 to 11, maybe, something like that.
Okay. All right. So a busy guy. And again, go to Robbie Michael Entertainment on Facebook.
Yes.
Give his page a like. Follow along. Well, and follow along just to see if he makes that journey to Tennessee one of these days.
Absolutely.
Until then, we'll have to have you back here. If you're still in Iowa
Yeah.
here in a few months or a year, we'll have to have you come back for another show here on the Iowa Music Showcase.
Absolutely. I'd love to.
All right. Robbie Michael, put your hands together for him.
Thank
Neil, thank you for running the controls. And make sure you stop in, get something to eat, maybe get some lotions, some different
lotion.
things here at that
Best
Barn
lotion,
Wired in
best lotion in
Sigourney.
6 counties, I heard. So get that.
Otherwise, we'll see you back here Friday at 11:30 for our next Iowa Music Showcase.